Hey, what's up, you guys? Caboose XB. I'll bring you another Injustice 2 video, and today we're going to be doing is my character skins wish list. So today we're going to be talking about the alternate skins that I want for some of the characters in Injustice 2. So now that we have an official idea of how skins are going to work in Injustice 2, and that they are sort of going to be through the gear system, but at the same time, you are going to be able to transform your characters into different character skins for those specific characters. Now that we know that information, I decided it would be a good time to talk about some character skins that I would like to see in Injustice 2. So right before we get into that, again, I wanted to thank you guys so much. You've been just destroying the likes on these last couple videos, so thank you guys so much for your support. It's absolutely incredible. I love each and every one of you, and let's set, once again, another like goal of 2,000 likes. So if we can hit 2,000 likes, that would be insane once again. And with that said, let's get into the video. So the way I've set this up is I'm going to be doing 5 regular alternate costumes I want for characters, and 5 character variations that I want for pre-existing characters in the Injustice 2 roster. Now, when I say character variations or character variants, what I mean by that is the way they're going to be doing the Reverse Flash skin for the Flash, and how they're going to be doing the John Stewart Green Lantern skin, and the Power Girl skin for Supergirl. So these are going to be other characters in the DC lore that are going to be just alternate costumes for pre-existing characters in the Injustice 2 roster, just so that they don't take up another character slot, because the two characters are very similar to each other. But we're going to get to that later on in the video. First, I want to talk about the 5 normal Injustice 2 skins that I want in the game. Starting off with the Atrocitus Classic skin. Now, this is a skin that I want for Atrocitus simply because I don't mind the design that we have for Atrocitus right now in Injustice 2. It does look pretty badass, you know, he looks like a legitimate monster, but I prefer the more, normal design, armored look for Atrocitus that he has in the comic books, and that's the one that I want to see him wear in Injustice 2. It just looks more badass, it looks more sleek, and it's cooler in my opinion to see this armored regular Red Lantern look that we have from the comic books, rather than the one that we have right now for the character in Injustice 2. Now, next up, I have the Arkham Knight skin for Red Hood. Now, I know you guys hate when I talk about Red Hood, but too bad. He's one of my favorite characters. I love that character, and I'm going to keep talking about him. And when I say that, I'm going to say that Red Hood for sure is going to be in Injustice 2. If I'm wrong, I will eat my words and admit I am wrong. But I have, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, that Red Hood will be a character that is playable in Injustice 2. Whether he's going to be a part of the main roster or DLC, I don't know. But one way or another, I think that character is going to be in the game. And that being said, I want the Arkham Knight skin for that character. It would be so awesome to get that costume. It would definitely bring back some memories from the days of me covering Arkham Knight, and it is such a really cool costume, so I would love to see it in Injustice 2. Next up, I have the Justice League 3000 Green Lantern suit. Now, this thing is just freaking cool. I mean, the whole Justice League 3000 run is such a cool idea in general already, but the costumes that they reinvented for some of these characters are so badass, and Green Lanterns is probably my favorite of the entire Justice League 3000 run. It looks so freaking cool. He has this sleek design with this massive cape and everything, or this massive cloak, and it looks so freaking cool. I would love to see it in Injustice 2, so that's definitely one of my all-time favorite skins that I would want to see in the game. Next up, I have the Wonder Woman BVS suit. Now, this is something I think actually has the most likely chance of all the skins that I'm talking about to show up in Injustice 2, because it seems like Ed Boon has already teased this a little while back in an interview that he did. He was talking about this specific skin and having its inclusion in Injustice 2, so it's already been teased, and I think that this is the skin that has the highest likely possibility of showing up in Injustice 2 as an alternate skin for Wonder Woman. Now, the last of the character skins that I want to see in Injustice 2 is the Sea King outfit from the New 52 for Aquaman. This is the Earth 3 variant of Aquaman, and this costume is just 100% freaking badass. I mean, right now, I'm not a big fan of Aquaman's Injustice 2 design. It's very, very simplistic. I mean, there is not much going on there, so I would like to have an alternate skin that is just so freaking cool. I can just rock that every time I play as Aquaman. I mean, the scaling on it, the blue and the purple, the one eye and everything, oh, it just looks so freaking cool, and hopefully they can implement the hook hand in there too, because that is one of the staples of an Aquaman design, is him having the hook hand. So that is it for the character skins that I want in Injustice 2. Now moving on, we're going to go into the character variants that I want in Injustice 2. Now these are going to be all new characters altogether, but they're going to be character skins for pre-existing characters in Injustice 2 because the characters' movesets and their styles are so similar. So starting off this list, I got Deathstroke as a character variant for Deadshot. Now I know a lot of people see this coming, and a lot of people have actually been requesting this, so it would definitely make sense. They're two characters that are expert marksmen that use guns and everything, so it would just work, you know, especially if they're going to be doing this new style where every new character variant like this would get new dialogue, a brand new voice and everything, so that way when you're using the Deathstroke skin, it's like you're pretty much playing as Deathstroke and not Deadshot wearing a Deathstroke outfit. So I think that could definitely work, having Deathstroke as a character variant for Deadshot. That way it's the best of both worlds. Everyone can get their requested Deathstroke in the game, as well as having this brand new character, Deadshot, being playable in Injustice 2. Next up, I got a Nightwing character variant for Robin. Now Robin is going to be in Injustice 2, and it looks like it's going to be Damian Wayne Robin from what we're hearing. And with that said, I don't think we're going to be getting Nightwing as his own separate playable character. So once again, to fill those requests, they can just make him a character variant for Robin. That way you can just play as Nightwing and have that kind of similar moveset that him and Robin would end up having, and then it would just be the best of both worlds. Everyone can get the character that they wanted to get. We're not getting more Batman characters onto the roster and taking up slots. Rather, we just have an alternate skin for an already pre-existing character in the Injustice 2 roster. Now next up, I have Superboy as a Superman variant. Now, this is where some of you guys are going to step in and say, well, does he really have to be a character variant? And I think so, because I think with the way the character is and the way he acts, it's very different to Superman. So for him to have some of the same dialogue that Superman would have in the game, especially considering this variation of Superman in the Injustice universe is such an evil guy and he's going to have such evil dialogue, it just wouldn't work for me to have a Superboy costume with the Superman dialogue. So I think Superboy should be a character variant, have a bit of a younger voice, have some different dialogue, and especially with the hype that's revolving around Young Justice getting a Season 3 renewal, it would definitely be awesome to see the Superboy costume in Injustice 2. Now, the runner-up in character variants that I want for Injustice 2 is Night Owl for Batman. Now, again, this was another character I wanted to be a DLC character, but I always neglected that simply because I felt it wouldn't have worked. He's too similar to Batman. He would have just been wasting a DLC slot. But now knowing, again, the way they're going to be doing this new system with character skins, it could totally work to have Night Owl be a skin for Batman with brand new dialogue, a brand new voice actor, and everything like that. It would definitely work to have Night Owl be an alternate character skin for Batman. I think that would be awesome. It would be another way to put in more Watchmen characters into the Injustice 2 roster, especially if they're going to be having Rorschach as a DLC character for the 9 DLC fighters that we're going to be getting inevitably post-launch of the game. And last but certainly not least on the character variants that I have, and rounding out the entire character skins wish list that I have for Injustice 2, it is Godspeed for the Flash. That's right. For those of you who might not know about this character, he's a brand new Flash villain from the comic books with one of the coolest designs I've ever seen for a character in the history of comic books. It looks so badass. The white and the gold is so freaking cool, and he would of course have to be a character variant as it is a villain. It is a different character that isn't Barry Allen, so they would have to change it up. They would have to get a new voice actor with new dialogue and everything, and oh man, I would love to freaking see this. I know we're already getting Reverse Flash as a character variant for the Flash, but this would take the cake for me as being one of the coolest alternate skins in the history of video games. It would be so badass. Godspeed is such a cool character, one of the coolest designs in the history of comics in my opinion, and I would love to see him show up as a character variant for the Flash in Injustice 2. And that just about rounds up my character skins wish list for Injustice 2, but let me know what you guys think. What skins do you want to see for characters in Injustice 2? And maybe you can do a similar list. You can do 5 character skins that you want that are just alternate skins, and 5 character variants that you want to be all new characters for pre-existing characters on the roster. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Once again, if we can get this video to 2,000 likes, that would be absolutely insane. With all that said, I'm Caboose XBL. You can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.